the curtains, dim the lights, let's start the show. Another week of Upland news, let's fucking go. Every day in Upland there's a stream for you. Different types of players and their points of view. Saturdays are for the Clue Crew, and we've got a lot to chew through, keeping tabs on all we can and sticking it to the man.
I'm not your lawyer, your banker, or your mother. Do your own research and make your own damn decisions. Welcome to the Clue Crew, where each week we discuss the various news, facts, and rumors. We're putting our heads together to solve the mystery that is Upland. I'm Scooby, and with me again is Cernus. How are you this fine evening? Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Try it again. Nope. I'll find it. And again. No, son of a bitch. Hold on, everybody. We'll find him. He's in here somewhere. There. Oh, there he is. Oh, talk again.
I think I'm here now. Live.
Found him.
We are the Clue Crew.
Yeah, all right, okay. I don't know. It's something I just have to check for every week. Sometimes it decides to just like change what the audio. I don't know. Whatever. How's everybody doing?
Got King Cody in the house. Who else do we have here?
You ever notice it's always a house? Everybody's always in the house. It's never like in the apartment, in the build. I mean, we used to say in the building. Well, no, we still say that people have left the building. That's still a thing. But they're in the house.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Funny bit of nomenclature there, huh? All right. So yeah. Hey, hope everyone's having a good evening. Hope everybody is just, getting into the weekend spirit. Yeah, see, Wolf's talking about Brooklyn's in the house. See? It's always the house. It's always the house.
I don't know what I think of Wolf and House,
Yeah.
It's just Kale.
Well, obviously, he huffed. He puffed. And now he's in there. That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, that's always my understanding. But yeah, I just got done doing an Extra Life stream number 2. I pivoted a little bit from I tried to do an all-night marathon stream. I'm not in college anymore. Can't do it. So I pivoted, and instead I'm just doing doing it throughout November before the podcast while I'm still alert and whatnot. Still doing the Scream alerts. I awarded. I obviously haven't given the properties out yet because I have to contact them. They've got to make offers. We can't reserve properties like we can assets. One day, come on, Upland. But gave away 11 so far of Hong Kong properties, and have 3 more on the docket already for next week. Yeah. I'm already giving away more than I hoped, but I'm locked in. Nothing I can do.
Hey, but I mean, this is a great cause.
Sure.
This is
But I mean,
and beyond Upland.
Yes, it's for the sick kids. Yes, there's sick kids in my home state. But, there's a limit, there comes a point where I don't know. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, so make sure you tune in next week beforehand. If you donate even $1, you get in on that chance to win Hong Kong properties, as well as the prize wheel, which I'll be doing the prize wheel for it at, the last stream. Give people more time. And you can do that through the Extra Life page or through Clue Crew Asset Store in Hong Kong, because I shamelessly ripped that idea off of LSlack. Thank you. And so you can do that with your Tilia wallet if you would prefer. Moving right along. Has everybody had a good week in Upland? I know we've had certainly an interesting week.
Don't we always?
Yeah.
Especially this one.
Man, I tell you what. And I just, and that's for those of us that didn't get to hang out in person with each other and Dirk and tour Alcatraz and presumably get to look in at the cells at all of the players that are locked in Alcatraz and point and laugh and I mean, right, Shaq? I assume that was part of the tour. If not, come on, step it up.
Was Kitty Island part of the tour?
I genuinely have no idea if they, because yeah, but like where we keep the cats in Upland is a real place. So, maybe they did. I have no idea. I still, it. You know what? Actually, you brought it up. It's been a minute.
The cats should still be there.
Well, the cats are going to be there. That's not the question. People that know me and have known me for a while know that that's one of my places. I don't have a property there, but I'd love one. And if you don't know, there are 4. There's 4 properties there. That's it. Yeah. So
Is it considered a neighborhood in itself when it comes to the whole?
Ooh, I don't know. But yeah. Okay. So well, if you don't know, these are kitty cats who have retired and gone to the kitty cat retirement home that is Kitty Cat Island. And there are 4 properties, and as usual, there's like maybe ever 1 for sale. And yeah, actually, that's come tax refund season. That's reasonable enough that if that's still the price come this February or March, I might snatch that up.
Okay.
As for whether or not it's part of a neighborhood, I'm sure. All right, so 4 Community Visitor Center in San Francisco. Let's look it up. What else are we doing?
Does that mean they're technically considered landmarks?
I don't. No, I don't think so. Not by Upland's rulings until Upland puts something special with them. But shit, I don't.
They've been changing the definitions of landmarks. Like now, speedways are considered landmarks, I believe, and I've heard some rumors that terminals might be sort of sliding in. I don't know.
Well, I'll be fucking goddamned. Neighborhood is Cat Island. That's it.
Okay.
This doggy is getting the property on Cat in the neighborhood of Cat Island come tax refund season, if that's still for sale at that price. That said, I think it was Nichiron. Don't be jacking it up thinking that I'll keep going up with that. It's that happens to be a reasonable price. Just be clear. Man, that's a dream. It's right up there with we've all got our Upland dreams. I've only ever had a few. One was completing Oakland Historical Collection, which I was finally able to do that. That was a dream come true that was years in the making. This will be another one for me. So, shit. Yeah, alright. Cool. Alright, anyway, as cool as this week has been, I don't know that there's anything Upland Uppies are cool. They're not cats.
It's also great to see that Dirk and Adon were in San Francisco then.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I know Dirk was. I don't know that Adon was. I've only heard reference to Dirk. But yeah.
Okay.
Like and I've actually I've got some notes on that.
I say that because I haven't heard from Dirk lately, so this is great to see him kind of.
Yeah, me neither. We used to chat all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just Dirk. Yep. And listening to the Upland After Dark show again, they were on last night. I listened this morning. They were I got something about that. As always, I'm saying as always because pretty much any time that Dirk or Dawn are being interviewed, even though I don't necessarily walk away feeling like I have concrete information, I always walk away feeling reassured. They handle Q and
Sure.
A's
Yeah.
really well, even when they don't have
Mhm.
the answer. And it sounds like he did it again. And I think it's because
Okay.
I
Great.
think it's because they're able to handle that interaction with an air of sincerity. There's something about the way they handle it that, yeah. Uh, Also, apparently, he took notes from them to take back to his team. So,
Wow. Okay.
right? It's a fuck ton better than
Like
Nolt, I'll tell you
hands-on
that much right
notes,
now.
or sort of like on the phone and
Well, and and you know that's the double-edged sword of phones. Is
right. Okay.
it's just like when the pretty girl says she's putting your number in the phone, and you're not gonna reach over and make sure, but like you know you're worried. So, but you know
What else do you say?
you got to dream. You got to dream, and
Yeah.
I'd like to believe again. I get sincere vibes from them, so I'm gonna believe that. And again, it's a hell of a lot better than Nolt. You can at least be sure you were heard. All you gotta do is find your way to San Francisco during a community organized meetup that one of the founders happens to agree. It's not that hard, guys.
Right. Yeah.
Nah, but super jealous of everyone that was able to go. Super happy for everyone that was able to go. Frankly, listening to the way they talked about it, it reminded me very much of going back to school after summer camp with my stories from camp and how your camp friends were different from your school friends if you went to
Sure.
camp.
Right. Yeah. Good times. Good times.
I mean, but yeah, seriously. It's so weird in my modern day that I'm still just like some of my fondest memories are from church camp. Really, has nothing to do with religion, but
Yeah.
good people,
It's
good
that bonding,
times.
that sincerity. Right. Yep. The good
Well,
one time.
also, I know it's a bit cliche, but like off stream, I could tell some stories about church camp, man. Fucking hell. I learned what Robotut. Huh?
Live stream the ones you do before the show.
No, yeah, suffice it to say, not through personal experience. I wasn't the one, but I learned what robo tripping was at church camp.
Robo tripping.
And if you don't know, there's this chemical called dextromethorphan, and it's one of the active ingredients in Robitussin. And basically, take enough of it, and it's like a mild LSD, as I hear it described. Again, didn't do it, but I babysat. Hey, a friend in need, right?
There you go.
Look, there's obviously that story has a happy ending. She's fine, so like, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it just reminded me of summer camp stories. And I'm sure that there are stories from there that they can't tell off stream, or in some cases may not remember. But yeah, again, super jealous. If y'all ever find yourself out West Virginia way having a meetup, I don't know why the fuck you would, but if you do, I'll be there.
You have like bonfires there?
Depends. It depends when and where, because there are parts of this of the state that take fire season like really seriously, and so like if there's a burn notice out, like no fucking don't, because we have a shitload of trees. We
Yeah.
West Virginia, we don't have a lot in West Virginia, but we got mountains, we got deer, and we got trees.
Okay.
Those three things we have in abundance. I could take a picture outside my window right now and probably get 2 of those 3 for you right now.
Postcard.
I mean, yeah. Shit, anyway, yeah. Anyway. Okay, all right, Wolf. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. DC, I've thought about. That would be the most feasible in terms of like driving range. And known well enough ahead of time. That's gonna be the most likely for me. So I gotta keep my ear to the ground for any of those or the next one of those. Um, although I don't really enjoy the idea of going to DC right now, but it's a separate issue. I'm not getting into that. Shit, I live here. What am I worried about? Moving on. What else we got going on? Upland. Let's start with this one. Expanding Upland Transit, city buses, and boost structures return. We called it, y'all. We called it. The second, I mean, not like but like as a community,
Yeah.
we all called it the buses.
We knew it was coming.
It's, I mean, it's the good and bad of the blockchain. It's kind of like the trailer for the movies nowadays. Like you can't, you don't hide anything. It's just they gave away all the good stuff. So we knew from the get go that they only actually sold half. So there was no way for this to come as a real surprise. Did not grab one. The 200. I thought about it, and I've decided I am going for taxis. I feel I have a strong vibe that we are going to get taxis at some point for appropriately cheaper amount and probably lower score and whatnot. But with city buses in rotation, and with the way they have talked about how the Uppies and Troves are going to be working, which I'm going to get to that in a second, it makes sense to me that they would allow for the same way that we have fire station headquarters and then just firehouses. We've got the big cafes and then the little coffee stands. City bus, taxi cab. That's
totally sense. And there's probably going to be plenty more opportunities for the taxis, I would think, than the buses. Although, one thing you could have done, if you did get a good position with the buses, is at least in the first round, the floors were like, you buy for $199, you see floors for $300, $400. This time around, though, you can still flip, it looks like, but floors right now I've seen of like $241. So there's not that much wiggle room. You might make $20, $30.
Interesting. You mentioned that, and I've not because since I made the decision of I'm just gonna wait for taxi cabs, because I also thought to myself, I don't know why, but taxi cabs in Hong Kong make more sense to me. I don't know if it's a subconscious thing, like I feel like I've seen more taxis in movies in Hong Kong or something, but yeah. So, but I hadn't checked. Right now, for sale, sort by price load high.
Keep in mind with those floors, you're seeing meta ventures. But if somebody is listing, I believe, on their property a bus that they're selling with the property now, because we can now sell the assets on our properties, you don't see those.
All right,
the only way I'm finding those is through like Facebook or I'm finding them on BSPS listings.
Channels. Right. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it. And to be clear, I'm asking you, but like I'm not asking you. I'm making a point. Can you give me a formula for searching for those that takes less than 5 minutes? Then it doesn't count. Then I'm not doing it. And that's not on you. That's on Upland. Upland's the one that's supposed to be providing us that shit. We're supposed to be getting it first party. We're relying on third party. Third party people are knocking it out of the park, but shit, So as far as I'm concerned, floor is $275. It's what I can see.
75. Okay. Yeah.
Which is still $75 profit. Yeah. No, I mean,
in theory.
So
That's about.
Now, what I always find fascinating in these instances is this is where you get to see like the community aesthetics of value, because each bus is functionally the same. The only difference is the color, and yet we have a difference between 275 and 1.37 million Uppies. Slight difference of valuation, really. Like, fuck a duck, shit. And even the one below that, the red one is still it's 451. It's nearly twice the price. And I mean, I also think that red is a cooler color, but is it twice the price cooler? Now, these are of course just sale prices. I'd need to see I'm sure there's a way to search for transactional history on that, but I'm not doing it right now.
For all we know, we might even get stems later on for buses, and then you can take your black one and, plop on some redness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speculation is a hell of a drug, Drifter, and it's something that Upland gives us in spades. It's the real game. Let's see, we got anything? I mean, this is it's just more of the same. Although, I took a $1.99 bullet for the team, and I can confirm that even though it lets you purchase another bus stop and bus parking terminal, and even though after you purchase it, it removes it from the sale because it's like, well, you already bought this, you don't need it again. You don't get an additional one. I bought another bus parking terminal. I have no additional bus parking terminal.
And they'll keep your money.
Or, I'm sorry, bus stop. Bus stop. I bought an additional bus stop and, yeah. Oh, yeah, they kept the money. I'm not concerned about that. It's more of a, why the fuck did you let me buy that? Now, I realize how that sounds, but...
It's like vending machines. There's the gumball machines that don't work.
Right, yeah. Right. But then I thought to myself, like, it's unlimited sale, and it's gonna go away. I thought to myself, what if it gives me extra colors or something? I don't know.
I mean, at least they were honest. It's unlimited times you can buy it.
Well, no, it's not though. You can only I can't buy it again this time. I'm only able to buy it the one time for this sale. That's what I'm saying. It still takes it away.
Next time they re-release the
sale. Oh, good. You're right. Whew, no need to register for that one. Just son of just. All right. Anyway, so everyone else, don't waste your money. You don't get anything extra. You're welcome.
Word for the wise.
Right. All right. Oh, by the way, everyone, the game was gonna be Soul Calibur 6 tonight. But I dropped. I swear I thought I downloaded it, but I did not. So get ready for more Nickelodeon. I don't know what to tell you. It works out well. Nickelodeon's like the one that keeps working, so it's what I keep falling back on. I want to do other things, but I'll do it as I get them working. I've got a wrestling game that's supposed to work, but I can't get it working on my computer. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. You guys know the drill. The drill. Sorry. Sometimes when I hang around certain residents, I pick up a bit of a twang. It is what it is. Cheese was laughing the other day in the cafe because she was able to hear how my inflections and cadences and everything would change based on which customer I was talking to. And I'd be back in the cafe using my normal voice, and I don't even notice, but yeah. Apparently I've got normal voice and then mail carrier voice. I don't know.
Can you do all the Nickelodeon voices?
No, I can't. And
I think there's like YouTube videos where they do a song with every single character.
No. Well, and what's funny is I'm actually really bad at accents. My wife loves to make fun of me for it. Almost every no matter what the accent I try to do is, I almost inevitably end up doing either Irish or Jamaican. And I have no idea why. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Oh, I need to plug in my controller. There. No, I don't. Fuck that. Alright. Z. Press Z. Alright.
Drifter is saying the service structures have historically disappeared after we bought them, so I understand why people are confused if the same sale shows up after you purchased. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that's and you know, right now you've got the starter service structures that
Right.
I can't see anymore because I already bought them.
Right.
Which I'm just saying, we've already established the concept of starter service structures, and you're doing the fucking bus stops and bus terminals. Just put those with the starter service structures. Just put them there.
Right. That's the intent of them too. It's essentially you're starting the whole bus transportation network.
I don't even remember what the starter structures were, but they should have been a fucking bus stop. Like Anyway, all right.
And I don't even feel like the service structure is like a daycare center or something. Is that really a starter service? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. All right, yep, now it's CPU. All right, so this time, let's go with Jimmy Neutron's dad. Good old-fashioned. Oh, you know what? No, Ren and Stimpy. Nigel Thornberry. And Michelangelo. So that's who we're gonna do. Jimmy Neutron's dad, which I guess you can just do Neutron. I don't know his name. Frank, probably. Ren and or Stimpy. Nigel Thornberry. And Michelangelo. We are playing, well, I'm not. Y'all are picking for a prize of 25,000 Uppies and 500 Sparklet to be divvied up amongst the winners. So put in hashtag whatever. Put in your choices now. We'll do it for good old-fashioned hour. Alright. Alright, we'll get that going in just a moment. Oh, what's up, Crowley? How you doing, buddy? That's a name I recognize. Where the hell's my... Oh, there's my brother. Got too many fucking windows open. And I'm still on the wrong window. Where the hell did you go? There it is. All right. Okay. So, the big news, the biggin, and the reason that I titled the episode as I did, it was always gonna be coffee. We really, honestly, we fucking should have called this. Not necessarily that it was gonna be a quest-based trove system, but we should have, looking back in hindsight, we should have called that. We should have called it that the minigame was going to in some way involve coffee. Since the beginning, it's been about coffee. We had the cafe as an idea before we had the cafe as a voice channel, like a year before. And then the voice channel itself rose and fell. We had cafes as the big in experience. You know, you had the wearables warm inside. Now we have them as service structure. There's two of them as service. We should have fucking called it. It was always going to be coffee. It's coffee all the way down in Upland. I'm guessing that this is one of those like psychological subconscious things, and it's just baked in, and it's just that like Dirk and Adon are just like really into espresso or something, which is cool. I like coffee too, but like. It's gotta be something like cultural, because it's always coffee. Now that I got that out of the way. What do you think? You like it? Hate it? Indifferent?
The whole tools or the coffee?
Well, I mean, the coffee, honestly, I feel like you kind of just got you gotta like it or
Plain
lump it.
malt.
Like it's staying. But no, the troves as a thing. What do you think?
So I am in love. And I'll
All right.
say the reason why I'm in love with it is we've had so many, like, I can't even remember the last time we really had a true free to play engagement task that's been bust in recent times. Treasure hunting continues to be, for the last 2, 3 years, it's been mostly nerfed.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
had, there's been, you have gamified earnings. Okay, sure, that is an engagement piece. But when was the last time we've had a
Nominally.
rewarding program designed for engagement? It's free to play engagement. This is the first time I've seen it really in the entire time I've been an Uplander because I got in when treasure hunting started to
Right.
cave. But,
Uh.
so for me, I
Yeah.
think it's great.
Yeah.
It
No.
helps to balance the power so that it's not just whoever has the most dollar signs is the leader. Now it can be a little bit more balanced. You know, I'm going to keep spending some money here and there, but I also like the fact I can pivot between both sides. Okay, maybe I want to do a little bit of this here. Maybe I want to do that. It gives you more options. It helps cater to both player bases. It also helps with the newer players who aren't sure what they want to do quite yet. Um, and not everyone loves treasure hunting. So okay, now
Mm.
you have tropes. So, but it's a foot in the door to Uppies without okay. You need to buy $5 to for every single service structure. Or you have to
Mm-hmm.
buy a $199 buff that if you can't get in the sale will be $274 or $75. So to me, I think it's fantastic. Um, uh, Especially since layer two, love layer two. Looking forward to progress in layer two, but there are not a lot of options in layer two right now. So this
No.
is perfect time to get it in layer one, and that's So I think it's all fitting. It makes sense, and it also one more reason for those who are whales and who just have a bunch of dollar signs and are leaders now some of them are just like, okay, I'm retired. I don't need to do anything. This is a way to actually get them back in the fold and be like, well, I can't just buy my way into troves. I'm actually going to be an upland again. So we might see some whales show up, which is great to see. I miss some of the big creatures of the land. So, all in all, it's a great concept. Great concept. Good job, Buffalo.
Yeah, right. It's nice to be able to say good job, Upland, for a change. It really is. I mean, and no, I agree. I love them. You pointed out that like when's the last time that you saw this kind of actual gamified engagement? Because yeah, the gamified earnings tasks, while I do like them, I do like I like that I like that you are required to be active in order to maintain earnings,
Mm-hmm.
but the tasks themselves, I'm hugely ambivalent on at best. This is
Who likes
yes,
to do chores?
yeah, right now. Granted, this is just it. So far, seems equivalent to the tutorial quest in the game where they're like, "I need you to go grab me 10 apples, Sonny." Um, but that is still the tutorial quest in an actual game. Like this is
Right.
definitely a step up, and uh, the idea that I mean I don't know how I feel about the fact that we have to bribe our uppies to be friends. We have to bribe them with coffee and milk and fire extinguishers. Kind of would like an explanation on the fire extinguisher.
That would have been a little bit scary. What are we gonna have too? Pepper spray?
Right, I'm just like I like coffee you drink, a carrot you eat, a milk you drink, a heart okay, an emotional thing I guess, making a friend or
Right.
whatever, I don't know, but a fire extinguisher is really because shit happens. Really is all that one is just because shit happens, which
I know I say this every single show, but because we're going to have all these interesting tools to work with, I have to be able to see an Uppy in the game.
Oh
We
yeah,
have to
yeah.
have the graphics.
Well,
I'm not going to be working with ghosts just telling me to place orders and just imagining all day long. That'll be fun. You got to have some kind of graphic component eventually.
and that's the question. That's the question. How long as a community? How long are we? Because they've made it very clear that there's going to be at least somewhat of a gap. Credit where credit's due. They were very upfront that all we were getting first was surface level numbers and shit. That basically all we were going to be getting first was the data, not the visual representation. That would come later. We've now got our residents on. I mean, on track. We've got our residents, our uppies, in our profiles. We have our profile, our influence score. Let's bring that up.
You're definitely making progress.
Right, your total uppies, your influence score. We have that. We have the census nominally. I still say the census is a great idea. I look forward to it being functional, and as of now, it's not, and I can't use it really. I'm not gonna just scroll all fucking day. No.
I have heard. It seems like a recurring point of feedback that some players are finding that they're being told they have properties with uppies in certain lands that they don't actually have, and things like that. So there's some things that they're working through. That being said, put the census in the quick menu so it's linkable.
Oh, for fuck's sake, right?
I feel like it's all separated, and unless you know that link, I'm sure there's plenty of people who aren't on Upland Discord who don't even know about the census still. So that's got to be in the game, more clearly defined. And if in game is too difficult to create the Uppies graphics, Kasikmar made a great point in the previous show that at least put in the census when you're looking. You get that in neighborhood visual. Show the Uppies there. That's a great place to put it. If nothing else, show some troves moving. I don't know. The fire extinguisher going on. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that it's fair to say that the community is accepting of stopgaps. I mean, this whole game has been nothing but stopgaps so far. We just removed a stopgap. The airplanes, they're gone now. We now have unlimited sins. To the point that they even took away the 999 thing. Now it just has my property and other own properties, which is a weird screen to have. I've been trying to think of a use case where I specifically need two menus that just list my properties and other people's that I can search for. But you already have a search. Why? I don't. The screen's irrelevant. Doesn't need to be there now. You can take that button away and just have this X and this buildings button that does something. Whatever.
And remove the 999 cents.
Yeah, it's gone. That's gone.
Oh, it's gone completely.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like even that's gone. So this screen is now just fucking weird.
Okay, I'll have to poke in again.
Yeah. So, but my point is though that the sins were always a stopgap. They always said that there was going to be a time when they'd be removed, and we are now there. So we're cool with that. We don't have to get Sims level uppies out the gate. I don't want to wait years with nothing. So like, there's several ways they could do that. I mean, base level, if nothing else, they could have representations of them on the map like they have the block explorers, except instead of being circle, they're square, to make them like clearly different from other players. They don't have badges. They have the troves on them instead. That would make sense.
Right.
But they got to do something beyond just like and yeah. Anyway, but early days.
One step at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, Wolf, you can't do hashtag whatever. You gotta pick one of the players. That's
my fault,
can't hedge your
everyone.
bets. I choose the one that wins. Damn. Oh man. Now, obviously they removed sins because they put this in here because they knew out the gate that people weren't gonna like they would have a riot on their hands if people were like having to spend $1 to buy sins to do that. That'd be fucking crazy.
Although I do know that there was at least one avid treasure hunter who put in to buy some sens right the same day that the whole senless thing happened.
Yep.
So I mean, there was another vending machine situation.
Hey, look, that's life. That's life. It happens. You know. And I say this with complete sincerity, like assuming that we're all grown-ups here. If we're all grown-ups and we've all been around long enough, or like probably, haven't you at some point bought something full price only to find it on sale the next day or the next week?
Right.
It happens.
Of course.
It's life. What are you gonna do? You know.
Even in real life, that happens. You buy it at a store, and then you go to the next store.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like it. Yeah. Damn, Swirly's right. I did say put in hashtag whatever. Cell phone. I've been had. Oh man. But no, this is I love this. I love this because number one, removing of the sins is something we've been waiting for. That's something that like we're all, especially. I mean, those of us that have been around long enough are just. Oh, now that's what I'm fucking talking about. And then number two, something we've also been desperately in need of, a reason other than treasure hunting to specifically visit properties like randomly but not randomly. You know, a reason to move around. That's not a treasure hunt, that's not a scavenger hunt, that's not an upland oriented like limited time group event. And this is going to do that, and they only work with structures, and so that's going to work with the Sparklet flywheel of having to stake it, to build it, to use it, to have it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm looking forward to it. What else we got here? Specific actions in game like caring for your plants. So we earn troves by caring for our plants, but I'd like to pause for a second on that phrase, caring for our plants. I mean, tell me if I'm just if I'm just reading too much into this. But like, you mean watering? Or like, do you mean something else?
Well, you definitely need a totem.
Well, like, I mean, like, am I checking?
That's just for the seeds. I don't know.
Well, okay. What I mean by that really is just like, cause like if you get really nitty gritty and you're talking about real life horticultural shit, yes, of course, there's way more to caring for a plant than just watering it.
Right.
You've got the pH level, you've got the nitrous levels and shit, the soil. You've got to worry about the level of sunlight and numbers. Of course, but like most games that involve plants. I mean, we've all played those games. You water it, it grows. You pluck it. That's how it works.
Right.
So I'm just like, is there going to be something other than watering your plants, or I don't know. Anyway,
yeah. You know what they could do? You know how a lot of those games, you like have to go like this, and then the water starts, or like the plant just starts growing. You just gotta like really fast on the screen.
Right. Yeah.
Or you gotta like smudge it or something. So. It's kind of like the pinatas that they had. Right? So now instead of pinatas for treasure hunting, you care for your plants by, like clicking 500 times as fast as you can. So you up it grows. You care for it.
But seriously though, is it a mini game or is it a like because all right? So take totems for example. All right. when the totem's in season, caring for it was what? It was pressing the button and remembering to press the button. The pain in the ass was the timing, was the real life element of timing.
Yeah, imagine if we still have to wake up at 2 a.m. to care for a plant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is this gonna
Right.
be a once a day do a mini app of the varying degrees
More
of
alarm clock.
difficulty, or are they gonna stick with timing? Like,
Right.
is a potato you gotta? I hope not. The timing, no, no. I'll tell.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being retired from that, honestly.
Now
But,
now I like degrees of difficulty. I like that. I just don't want it to be time based because time, again, as I pointed out, we're all grown ups here. I don't know about you, but I've got a fucking job. And like, I'm not in college anymore. I can't be sitting, like, just can't do it. This past totem season, I just had to accept certain feedings weren't happening because I'm not setting an alarm for 2 a.m. I'm not waking my wife up. I'm not dealing with that. Just no. Dance is no. But like, I like the degree of difficulty. So, I want a mini game, and I'm totally cool with you have to play it once a day, anytime within the 24-hour period or whatever, but make the degree of difficulty in the mini game. Make the mini game harder. It's like Tetris, like make like in Tetris faster.
Harder, but strategy or something. Yeah, a little bit of technique or something.
If it's it's like you ever play BioShock? Well, actually, you're old enough. You remember the game Pipe Dream? Like way back when way back when on the earlier not early, but like on the earlier computers, like early '90s, Pipe Dream was like a DOS game, and it was you had a bunch of different tiles, and you were trying to get the tiles to line up so that the goo or whatever would get from one end to the other, and if they didn't line up, you get. If varying degrees of difficulty though.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I want.
Like the X stacks a little bit. At least you have to.
I didn't do X stacks. I missed the whole X stacks.
Okay, well, X stack 2 might come sometime.
Sure.
We'll see.
But excited to see what's gonna happen. And it's like someone said earlier, speculation's hell of a drug, and I'm more than happy to get high off it. So yeah, other in-game systems. And that's nothing too a vague thing. Upcoming in-game systems. I look forward to what those are going to be. Trove inventory. Now, what do you think about the troves being some of them being account bound, but there being like special versions?
But are tradable, right?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on, here we go. Most troves will be account bound, meaning they're earned and used by you alone. However, a few specific types of troves will be tradable, introducing a new layer of economic strategy to the system. Now it says tradable, and I kind of want to I want to reach out to a red name and ask, like, will they be like, can you list them for sale in a shop, or will you only be able to trade them?
Right. Yeah. I would assume they mean you can. Well,
right.
That's a great question because these are like sort of legitty, which makes me feel more like swap than sale.
I mean,
we shall see.
It's upland, so sales are gonna happen. It's not. I mean, it's not like the 2 for 2 is a foreign idea for us, but like, yeah, it's like, yeah.
Right. It depends if it's a two-way street of selling.
Right.
Shall see.
That's very curious to see.
I think it's still a good thing because again, it's free to play. That's rewarding beyond just in game, right? So you get a trove, you get special troves that you don't just keep it in your account, right? So yeah, I think it's a good thing. Have a little bit of both.
I want to give a shout out too to some they're saying in the chat there between Crowley and City Pigeon. They're both basically they're saying that Upland's it's a worldwide community. Things need to happen at different times. I know PT, the San Francisco and stuff, but like that needs to stop being all of the time, or even really most of the like. I'd like to see an age where because like Upland's the whole world. So
Right.
we now have POV mode. We have a skyline. I'm still hoping for a weather system. I'd like a day and night system. I'd like a setup where it actually mirrors the real world. So it's daytime in America, but nighttime in Japan, or however it works. But
Sure.
like, why not do that? And to that end, why aren't they having events based on those real life locations? They've made it very clear they want to attract new players from those locations, but the time change is just not occurring. I don't know. It's weird at this point.
Every time this comes up, the red labeled brass of Upland in Discord have said they have to prioritize dev availability time for any kind of releases, collection reveals, and so on and so forth. So that's why they don't prioritize times in other parts of the world. I have been a stickler about this issue, and I don't benefit from it since I'm also in the U.S., but I believe that dead time, okay, you can have some times that are not that time. You can figure things out, but what can I say?
Yeah. Yeah, and I
If
don't.
nothing else, at least if you're going to have any type of event, give it some form of time window rather than like collection reveals.
Mm-hmm.
Any time of the day now on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
That's not alarm clockable.
Yeah.
For somebody in Australia to be that tells me I have to be up from like maybe midnight all the way till 7 a.m.
Yeah, because you also
just hoping that it'll be there. At least if you give me maybe a 1-2 hour window for dev courtesy, flexibility, plus or minus range.
right.
And then if something screws up, you just send another announcement saying, "Oh, we need another hour. Sorry." But at least try to get it within like an hour or something. Then that part of the world can decide if they at least want to alarm clock that. But when you give it an all day, whatever, the other thing is whoever's looking at the collection reveals when it instantly pings, those are the people who are going to be able to buy on the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else who's not eyeballing it with like glue eyeball, like literally red thing, I'm buying. Whoever's not doing that does not get those properties.
Right.
So, and so with all the other events too, it's just give it a window of time. If it's the dev issue, which seems to be the crux of it, just bend and compromise.
Yeah, I don't understand a little bit because the idea that like because of where the devs or whoever are located is what like in time zone wise is why things are the way I don't mean this in a mean way, but like it's called the night shift. I've worked a night shift before. Sure, it's not fun, and you might have to pay them overtime, but like that's not a foreign concept. That's not just like what do we do? Well, you pay them more to work their off hours or whatever.
Sure.
I don't know. You figure it out. But Sparley, the world being flat, conspiracy theories aside, in Upland, it is very clearly spherical. So that's what we're going with. May not be able to do that in the real world, but I can do that in this. So it is not up for debate.
However, we don't know if there is a universe just yet. All we see is the Earth.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Where are we getting sunlight from? Oh shit. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh man, I don't like that at all. You just kind of fuck with my head a little bit. I don't like that. Anyway, all right. You know what, Swarley? I kind of take it back. He just where do we have heat? And that's why we don't have visual representation of uppies. They aren't going to be able to like have a sustainable climate. Yeah, they're stars, pigeon, but like that's kind of the thing. They're what we would call stars, which means to say they're far enough away. There ain't no way they're providing the kind of light and heat that we need to be in the Goldilocks whatever scientists call. Fuck. Enough of that real world shit. Back to Upland. Back to the troves. So a few specific types of troves are going to be tradable, potentially sellable. Hopefully they're just going to be legits or whatever you can just put in your fucking store.
Right.
Specific types. So it's not that a few random troves, like you have a chance of getting one that you can also sell. It's not that. There is something about the type of trove that makes it special. What do you got any speculation on that?
Rarity. I mean, there's going to be some rarity for them.
Right, so fire extinguishers are obviously going to be saleable, right? Yes.
That's the other part. Is that the fire extinguishers feel so out of place with everything else. And you have
it really
fire,
does. Yeah.
What is it? The fire station.
One of these things is not like the other.
Also rare. So I don't know. There's something off about that, and maybe that's in a very going to be a special way. I don't know.
It's just 5 coffee, and Uppy might request 5 coffees, 3 milks, 2 fire extinguishers. Look, they're planning for a wild night. But but then they're gonna be your friend. Right, Drifter. Drifter's asking, what are the basic categories of troves or the basic characteristics of life? You tell me. I mean, we'll find out soon enough, at least a little bit, but
Maslow hierarchy of troves.
yeah, I mean that's yeah, but regardless, I find it interesting that I find it interesting that they're calling them specific types of troves that are going to be tradable. It makes me wonder, is that going to be like shit? I don't know, like what Rolex watches.
It might also be the type of activities that you have to do. So, like in treasure hunting, everybody thinks you just do a hunt, but we also have a classic version and you have a stealth version. So maybe there's going to be like a type of trove that you have to do. Maybe there's even going to be a clue. Scavenger hunt based type of trove hunting. There could be one that might involve more strategy, and we talked about strategy and technique rather than time based with everything. Maybe there's a certain way that some are going to be special in terms of the degree of difficulty in getting them. Who knows?
Yeah.
That could be something along those lines.
It could also be. I'm realizing too, in terms of instead of being like categories like food versus drink versus fire safety, maybe it could be like tier based. So like the tradable one would be like, instead of a carrot, it's a filet mignon, a really fancy piece of steak.
Okay.
Instead of coffee, it's espresso. And instead of a fire extinguisher, it's a hose. I don't know, but
a volcano.
I
volcano extinguisher.
It's actually baking soda to put out a grease fire. That's what it is. Yeah. I don't know, but we'll see. But all of these are reasons to have the different types of surface structures because obviously these are what's going to come from them. So I'm assuming we're going to get actual sushi from the sushi stands and fish balls from the fish ball stands.
Would be good.
Residents in Upland have specific needs. They're going to make requests that must be fulfilled to keep them happy. That doesn't sound creepy at all. Anyway, yeah. So the rest of this is just more of the same thing we've been talking about.
Yeah.
With some vagaries. Farming. That's it. Additional systems currently in development, like farming. So, farming, I gotta think is gonna be working in tandem with the nurseries that we already have, or that we now have.
So we're gonna have multi-caring systems.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we got the nurseries. We got the nurseries that can sell the seeds no matter what, and if they have an active totem on their property, they can generate seeds, which presumably the farmer buys to plant in his field. That we're waiting on that part, I guess, to kind of. I mean, I don't.
I was thinking a farm is more like putting a totem there and you actually build a pig.
Ooh, maybe.
More like an incubation type of aspect. That was more of my thinking.
I don't know.
Incubator.
Do not know.
We'll see.
Yeah. But troves, they're coming. We don't know when. Soon. Right? It didn't say when, did it? They wouldn't give us a hard and fast date, would they? As we get closer to launch. Right. Give us a fucking Q. Alright? Give us Q1, Q2. I'm sorry. At this point, please, for the love of God, you just give us. I don't care if you say just even a year. Give me a year.
Right. Give me that clue. Pull out the my
Please. Alright, well, we got more service structures, including everybody's favorite, the DMV. Yeah?
I love a joke that was mentioned in Discord. You get negative 50 entertainment units with it.
Shit. Oh, man. Oh, shit, though. Can you imagine, though? All right, though. Can you imagine? You know, we now have mixed use structures, right? What if we had mixed value structures? So like the DMV, it ups your essential score by 80, but minuses your entertainment by 20. So like it's more valuable.
It adds a lot more skill to how you strategize.
But you're right. No one likes the DMV. So it doing a slight that'd be never gonna happen. That's right up there with like natural disasters. Like they might do it as an April Fool's joke.
Right.
But fuck, I'd vote for it. I would absolutely vote for it.
Although I must say, moving into all the service structures, I was most disappointed actually. The DMV, I knew it was going to disappoint me, right? That's a Debbie Downer.
That's what it does.
Just by the word, front and center. But I was most disappointed actually with the pool hall.
Oh, yeah?
If you look at the pool hall, unless you see the 8-ball sign,
yeah,
I have no way I would normally think of that as like being really cool for pool. Like it's all brick and boring, and I might have thought it was a library for all I know. So that's the only one that's designed did not seem to fit the thought of a pool hall. Like it's supposed to get a lot of entertainment credits, you would think, And I almost have to give it the -50 entertainment credits right here too. In fact, the 8-ball, if you're not looking closely for the 8-ball, it looks like Target.
Yeah, all right, I can see that.
So, yeah.
Now, I mean, I will. You can see the pool tables through the glass, but there's nothing on the out.
Yeah.
You're right though. There's nothing on the outside, and I don't know. You're right. Given that they went with a circle outline for the signage, I don't. 8-ball was a bad decision there. If they now what they should have done is they should have made it a rectangle sign that was like the boat. That was like, well, I'm thinking if they did a rectangle sign, they could make that like somewhat pool table esque, and then you could have the big 8-ball in the middle of that. Like if I mean, look at that right there. The brick's right behind it. If that whole brick thing was actually pool table esque, that would make a lot.
Awesome.
And you removed the
some extra color. Make the pool table actually green there.
Yeah,
something. Just a touch of color.
Remove the gray. Remove the gray circle. Remove the gray circle. Put the green there. Boom. Much better. Yep.
Beautiful.
Auto repair shop, which Pigeon was pointing out, having been a mechanic, that that shame on them, because you absolutely would not have this bit here hanging out past that bit there, on account of that bit there would land on this bit here. And yeah, that makes sense. I don't know that I would have caught it, but hearing it pointed out, I'm like, shit, that is dumb. Yeah. It's a dumb mechanic, or not mechanic, a dumb architect. Whoever decides that that's where that goes, they're dumb. I don't.
Yeah.
And then the DMV, which has its own drunk driving course in the back, I guess. I don't remember that part of my driver's test. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, my driver's test, you had to just actually drive around. Like there was a part of the DMV parking lot that you did use for the parallel parking element, because so that it could be like very, like they could kind of scientific element, But the actual driving part was just we're just driving around town. So,
well, they certainly did their part to make sure you have the whole footprint that you have to use expanded with that extra little maze of drive testing.
Oh shit! Pigeon's right. Sorry, I wasn't listening to you at all. I was reading Pigeon's comment here that the garage door on the side of the lift would never allow you to pull a car in that way. Yeah, they put in 2 fucking perpendicular garage doors as though you're gonna be pulling a car in both ways. That's not how physical space works. This is like the MC Escher of fucking auto repair shops.
I would have never known. But it makes sense.
Anyway, I got it, because, yeah. But, this was not my favorite week.
Yeah.
I'm not unhappy that we got...
Getting more exciting things, I feel like. I did not think I was going to be handed a DMV or, I don't know. Pool halls, we don't have those in the U.S. very often.
Not anymore.
You have to go more to, more rural areas to still see those. Sorry to say, typically.
Yeah.
There's a dying breed. So, I don't know. You'll usually see maybe like Dave and Buster's, more than a whole arcade, but or unless you're having a full, like professional pool hall for true billiard, contestants worldwide or whatever, however that works. But I was still hoping to see, okay, we don't have a bank, we don't have a gas station, we don't have we have a classic, very more just basic hotel, but we don't have any grand luxury hotels.
Or
There's
ratty
a lot of
motels.
right.
Neither
So
up. That's the thing. Neither up nor down in terms of that. Yeah.
so there's a lot we're looking forward to.
Yeah. No. I mean, seriously. There's a there. I'm not gonna get too in detail, but there is a particular hotel motel in my city
Mm-hmm.
that, well, that's where you go. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like it's still. I mean, for my entire life has had the same marquee that said just so you know, it's got HBO. Don't you worry. You want HBO in a jacuzzi? They'll hook you up. By the hour? No problem. Anyway, where's that one? Come on, let me build one of those. You gave me the massage parlor.
Oh boy.
But there's so many exciting ones. Now, don't get me wrong. The DMV is a perfect
Mm-hmm.
example of a structure that like I'm not mad we have it. It makes total
Mm-hmm.
sense. It's a great thing to have in Upland. It should be one of three, and the other two should be more exciting. That's my problem.
Right.
Is all three are boring. The pool hall, it could have been cooler. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. Nowadays, you're way more likely to find a bar that happens to have a pool table.
Right. Yeah.
It's not a pool hall. Yeah. Those are the new service structures, which we did only get 3. That's something. They seem to have been slowing down a little bit from doing 4 every single week.
Although we're kind of sort of in a weird, well, not weird, but we're getting the evolution, so they're coming out with this service. Well, no, I take that back. We're getting structures in those as well, structure rights, but they're for the the residential.
What? What are you referring
Well,
to?
I'm talking about the city evolutions. So
Oh, the city
if you get the
evolution. Oh, right. The modular mixed use
yeah,
buildings. Right.
yeah.
I
I
missed.
got that. I was thinking for a second that's not service
I
structure
missed.
actually. So.
I missed you saying city, and I just heard the new evolutions, and I'm just like, evolution.
That's
What
what
the
I
fuck
called
does?
it. Yeah, no,
What's being
that's my
evolved?
bad.
Oh, you're fine. I was just like, what's being evolved? For once, there's so much news coming out that it's entirely plausible I missed something. So yeah, here we have the sins being gone. They went bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
We still have our visits. What's really great about this is that this paves the way for visitor raids like we've never had before. I mean, now, if there's still the issue of the visitor getting their first property. That is becoming
Mm-hmm.
tougher and fucking tougher. But a
Mm-hmm.
visitor gets their first property, with sins being gone, a simple visitor raid to get them to Uplander status would be no problem anymore.
Although a big asterisk on that, there was a Discord chat about. Okay, does this mean we can go bombard a property hundreds of times and just give them a lot of uppics? And Redline Brass response was, we've seen that happen, and they've got caught.
Got caught doing what? Got caught doing what? A visitor raid? The kind of thing that we've done as a charity thing in Upland for fucking years that has been publicly endorsed by. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care what color your name is. Get the fuck out of here.
Like quasi
I'll send my block explorer wherever I goddamn please.
The ethics to the other person. But I would say with a bit, I don't make the rules here, but if it's for a visitor, it makes natural organic sense.
Yeah.
If it's for a whale that you're bombarding, maybe not. So
Well,
that might be the logic.
okay, look. If they have reason to suspect that it's actually some sort of like subterfuge gaming of the system, and that there's like that it's involving an OTC trade or something that's technically against the
Right.
rules, and if they want to go that route, and but like also prove that there is that OTC element of it, that other thing that's actually against the rules, you got to do that part. You can't just be like, well, this looks
Right.
shady. No, that's you're.
Well, and the other piece is that you can send Uppies like 10,000 Uppies instantly. So how much worse is it to visit someone's property? The equivalent of 10,000 Uppies worth.
I mean, I guess the
it's the
difference there
same-
being that to send Uppies you have to wait so long a time, but you don't to visit. But
KYC,
the
right?
amount of visits it takes to do that shit.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that's a hard one for me to get behind. You know what? It reminds me very much. It reminds me very much of being a teenager at the mall and being called out for loitering. Fuck you! I am existing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you should want in a mall. You want a lot of people there.
That's what you should want in Upland. You want a lot of people moving around. Like, fucking yeah! Oh, all right. No, I hope that doesn't become a thing, because that may be the thing that gets me banned. Like, no, no. I will send it where I fucking please. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's cool though. Movement's opening up. We can move around. Fun. Did you get the nursery blueprint?
I have not gone to City Hall to do that quite yet, but I will certainly be doing it.
City Hall? You don't gotta go to City Hall to get a nursery. What the hell are you talking about?
I thought you have to go to City Hall and then spend 50,000 Uppies in order to get the nursery one time.
Oh no! You have the order wrong, dude. You have the order wrong. You buy the nursery, you build the nursery, and then when you're ready to actually do the store, you do the shit like you're doing a shop.
Okay, so how do we buy it then if we don't go to City Hall? I didn't quite catch that.
It's a permanent store item, so it should just be I under extras, I assume, maybe special.
Okay, I guess I gotta, I'm a step behind.
Now, well, thankfully it's a permanent item, so there's no worry about that.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's in the store under extra or special. But yeah,
I found it. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Now I know what to do now.
Yep.
It's under the starter structures. Okay. Good.
Now see, that's where I'm just the fuck you talking. That's not a starter structure. No. Is a micro factory a starter structure? No.
Nope.
Fucking dumb. Anyway, now nurseries do not require inventory space, which has led a lot of people to conclude, and I agree, that seeds that they generate therefore must be some sort of legit. They must not be some sort of like a map asset. They must not take up physical space on the property, because otherwise it would have to have the lot,
Right.
Yeah, so the seeds are. We may have already known that, but that would confirm it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way it looks. I also like, I don't know if you noticed, but, or you wouldn't notice because you haven't bought it yet, but when you go to build it and you're selecting your colors, one of the colors you're selecting is the tint of the glass windows. Now, and they stay translucent. You can still see through them, but it changes their tint. It's really cool. For especially for a greenhouse. For a greenhouse, it's really cool because you'll see that greenhouses. You'll see different shades of glass depending on what the people are doing and whatnot.
Okay, nice touch of detail.
Yeah, that's I made mine pink. I just thought I'd give it a nice hue. But yeah, here we go. When seed generation goes live, totems will be required to generate seed. Oh, spelling error. Upland, I've been offering my services. I will for free proofread every single article. I'll sign an NDA. Anyway, required to generate seeds, but not to sell them. So yeah, so any nursery can sell seeds, but only the ones that have the totem can generate them. Stay tuned. Right. Now that's phase 1. Stay tuned for phase 1, which we don't even have a date for. And here's what's coming in phase 2. And this is where I'm just like, no. I need a cue. You got to give me a cue for phase 1 before you start telling me what's in phase 2.
And we know if that's the last. It's just one of those totems that we have at least 5 cycles, and then we get this cycle, and they say,
Yeah.
"Oh, now we're gonna have indefinite cycles."
Right. You know what it's like? It's like watching the first season of Lost, okay? And then being given the episode synopsis for every episode of the second season, but then being given just the season synopsis for season 5. And you're just like, I don't know what this is. I need to know how we got here. When did we get here? We're in the future now? No, we're in the past.
Right.
We're in the future and the past? Love Lost. Yeah, but yeah, fucking bonkers. What does it say though? So phase 2 is going to focus on planting and growing the seeds. So phase 1 is literally just making the seeds. I guess that's going to be a Herculean task in and of itself.
And what phase is the farming?
I believe that's going to be phase after London 4. Yeah, that's what's going to be. Pretty sure.
Confirmed. Yeah.
Caring for plants. There it is again. Caring for plants. Not watering plants, but caring for them. We'll reward players with troves, tying life directly into Upland's long-term progression. More details will be shared as they approach phase 2. Shit, more details might be shared as they approach phase 1.
You think?
Are we in phase 0 yet? Did we make it to phase 0? I just want to check. What's our baseline
0.5
here? Oh man. But Drifter, why are we buying the ability to build a structure? I'm glad you asked. It's to have it built, and maybe for some people to have extra scores or to attract more uppies. And that's one thing I like here is that you still there's always going to be people that it's all about the Benjamins, it's all about the money. All they care about in this game is trying to pull a profit out of it. And that's fine. I mean, hell, you could argue that's the main thing that's been there since day 1. But now we were really getting to the high score element, the sentimental element, the GTA. I really like my apartment element of it, where you start having some players that are really just like, damn, I want that because I want it. Not because of what I'll get secondhand for it, but just me. You have me.
Sure.
I'm building fish ball stands all over Hong Kong because I love the idea of local cultural shit like that. Damn, it is raining hard here. Anyway, and
coming from the ceiling there. It's just kind of coming one drop.
Oh no. And so then you got how it affects the influence score, and it gets the uppies in there, and then we have, presumably this is going to then lead into the visual representation, and you got the people who just enjoy SimCity and The Sims, and they're gonna want this shit just so that they can get the equivalent of more Sims, or get their Sims the equivalent of better sweaters or whatever it is. Now, that's not gonna be everybody, so some people are just gonna sell shit.
And there's going to be some properties that are going to be like these big 4K upward properties where you're going to have a bus with the whole transportation. You're going to have a farm. You're going to have a church. You're going to have a factory.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you're going to have all sorts of map assets littered all over the place.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see the long-term transition of things like map assets and decoration. I mean, unless they do something to make that a lot easier and quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, we've got tools now, thanks to certain people. Was it Swarley, right? That made the Chrome extension, and then LeBon's got something like that, and I know. Or no, hold on. I might be thinking of the structure ornament. You get the point I'm making, though. Yeah. So phase 1, phase 2. I'm sure we'll find out about phase 3 soon enough. Now you mentioned the city evolutions, and we got one with Buenos Aires. I had to ask what an almacen or whatever that is, because I don't, it's like a Spanish word and I don't know it, and I was told it's basically just like a general shop.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So.
Cool.
But it's restricted to South America. They seem to be doing that again, with these modular buildings, these mixed-use structures. If they follow the pattern that they did previously, we will be seeing 2 more different city releases in South America with corresponding modular buildings.
Okay.
Which, I mean, so if this is Buenos Aires, what would that be? Sao Paulo, I guess? Rio de Janeiro.
Buenos Aires.
So we already got Buenos Aires. We already got that one. So that leaves that leaves Rio, Sao Paulo. Is that it? I think that's all. We only have those 3, don't we?
I believe that's correct. For South America.
Well, I'd say that makes it a pretty simple bet then. It's probably going to be those 2 that are coming next. If I had to guess, if I had to throw the dice, yeah. Now as for the order, who knows? But yeah. So we should be presumably then this coming Friday we will get an announcement announcing the city evolution of Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. So get your.
I'm going with Rio.
I mean,
it's been such a long time since we've had anything with Rio, so Rio needs some love.
Yeah. They need more than just the Duran Duran song. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the $20 for the deluxe packages, Drifter. I'm sure there are people that might see that for the properties themselves. I just from the get-go have seen the $20 as you're paying for the service structure, and you just get 2 properties on top of that. That's the only reason I bought the ones I did in North America, and then I just sold the properties.
I know, Drifter, one thing I was kind of the same way. The one slight benefit for this city evolution was there was a small chance you could get the Albedo collection, exclusive collection street. Avenida Cabildo, I think is what it is.
I saw there was something. I didn't read it.
Yeah, so it was an exclusive collection street, and the floor markup is typically like 200% Uppies. So there was a little bit of chance, even though it was a non-collection hood, you still had a chance for a street.
Didn't that originally didn't that have to be updated in the article? Like originally it didn't say that
Yeah,
both had a chance, but then they had to.
Yes, there was a green turtle, I think it was, who made note of that, and then Redline Grass updated the article.
Well, it's cool. I mean, I'm glad they updated it. I would like for them to start putting a policy that every time they have to update their articles, they put in that little update thing at the top. You know, just to let us know that we're not
Yeah.
crazy and that we didn't just imagine it said something different initially. Because I know that I have several times been like, I swear this said something different.
Edited, yeah.
Just help my sanity there. But yeah. So it's cool. There's chance for that collection. Oh, that's my kid waking up. I'm gonna be quiet. Anyway, give me 1 second.
City Pigeon mentions he downloads every article as soon as it comes out to make sure, if there's any changes. That's a great way to do it. You can actually not only go to a page and look at it, print it, you could also save as PDF, but at least then you have a clean record of any versions that change to be able to go, okay, here's this. Also, if there's some point of confusion, Redline CM, okay, here's what we have. But yes, there's definitely been article changes historically that have tripped some people up. So save as PDF for sure. Welcome back.
Well, thank you. That kid's gotta love him.
We were just talking about one way you can sort of dance through the hoops of each announcement article and upland is you could save as PDF, so you have each version of what the article is in case you ever need to refer to.
But then I have to remember to do that. I'm not gonna remember that. The whole point here is that I'm questioning my own abilities. But yeah, no. So where was I? Yeah, the $20 bundles, right? Which that as I was getting around to saying, if it didn't, like for the North American ones, if they didn't come with the buildings, I wouldn't have gotten the bundles. Period.
Right. That's the main reason.
Didn't get this one because South America, and I'm not. It's kind of like the Paris Cafe, where I'm just like, it's the rare service structure where it's like I'm not going to be able to build it, not just in Hong Kong. I'm not going to be able to build it in North America. I got like seven properties in all of South America.
Yeah.
No shade on South America, but like I mean, shit. Like everyone's got to pick their places.
Exactly.
And let's see here. So yeah, we see. I mean, food, books. So this was a market. The next one is presumably going to be some sort of eatery, some sort of diner, and then the last one's going to be, I guess, a bookstore. And then we'll see what happens next. I mean, I guess Europe, Asia, Australia.
We only have two Asian cities, right? Tokyo and Hong Kong, right?
Kind of what I was thinking too about Australia.
If you call it fail.
Like Australia's only got Sydney.
Right. Well, of course, Australia is just one land, but true. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, in terms of it being a separate landmass is all I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah. Asia's only got the two, so got to be Europe
Did we know what
next.
happened to the, it's on the blockchain, Sakura, right? And then there's also this other little
Right.
place in Tokyo where they put like Uchi something or whatever it was. There's a Doge Cafe. I don't know if it's still there with the whole sign off sunsetting of the cafes, but
Yeah. I saw I can't remember how to pronounce it, but the neighborhood that didn't get released because it was part of some sort of collaboration that fell through, and
is it still Black Line? I'm curious.
I
Be
don't know.
right next to Tokyo to the right
What?
if we were zooming in.
Swarley is saying that Australia is part of Asia. Really? It's not the way it's not the way I learned it growing up, but shit. All right, whatever.
It's
If it wants to be, if Australia wants to be part of Asia, it has my permission.
Yeah, my schooling was a little different too, but.
So wait, does that mean then that there's only 6 continents?
But isn't there also Eurasia?
Well,
I heard about Eurasia when I was.
okay, all right. Just straight up, that always confused me as a kid. That still fucking confuses me because when you are first a kid and you're learning about the continents, well, what makes them a continent? It's that they're the big land masses that are that are separate from the others. Explain to me this Asia-Europe part.
You have the Antarctica, but then you have the Arctica.
Oh yeah. Oh, Australasia. Australasia. Well. Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, Lily's saying that they are their own island continent. That's what. All right. I'm gonna step back from this geopolitical debate and shift gears into just like cultural markets.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason that Australia, that Sydney, Tokyo, and Hong Kong would have modular apartments together?
Good question.
I don't know. I mean, I assume not, but I got no. I have not been to any of these places.
Okay.
Or maybe this means that after Australasia is a geopolitical designation, not a continental one. Ah, okay. Well,
I feel like looking by the way Tokyo, I think the boundary for the other place is no longer there. I think it's gone.
well, the Upland doesn't list what continent the properties are on, does it? As part of their like
Oh, true. Mm-hmm. Sort of.
information.
What
We've
you
got
see is what you get.
we've got the address, the city, the state, and then I mean it's not listed on the property card, but like the country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just as far as it goes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, man, really going down a rabbit hole with that. The point is modular stuff. We might not get any for Australia or Asia for a bit if they keep going in rounds of 3.
Phase 2, phase 3.
Yeah, I don't know, but so Rio and Sao Paulo probably next. Let's see. Ren and Stimpy are the winners. So congratulations to everybody that chose Ren and Stimpy. You will have. I'll be getting in touch with you over the next week or so to divvy up 25,000 Uppies and 500 Sparklet amongst you evenly. And yeah, that's what you got there. Where's my little? There that is. All right, that's all the news. Anything else happen in the community? We already talked about the San Francisco meetup stories that we weren't cool enough to be part of. Oh, one thing from their story I want to point out that I found hilarious. Apparently in Oakland, last call's 10 p.m. I guess the bars there closed then. That's just really funny to me. Yeah, that's
early bird.
yeah.
Early bird
I
closure.
don't know. What else they got? Dirk confirmed that the Northwest is on the list of city releases. So everyone's assuming like Seattle or Portland.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a
Seattle.
little different. All right.
Okay.
I know we're not gonna get it, but here's what I'm gonna go for. Forget Seattle.
Boise.
Forget Seattle. Nah. Give me Forks.
Olympia.
Give me Forks, Washington. Where my Twilight fans at? Give me Forks, Washington. Give me that Bella Swan. Hometown. Oh, yeah.
When he says Northwest, does that mean that it could also be British Columbia? And we finally get Canada?
I wondered that in terms of Canada being the Northwest.
Vancouver?
I also wondered straight up, what about Anchorage, Alaska? I mean, you don't get much more Northwest than Alaska.
If we're going to get Anchorage, we better get West Virginia.
No. We don't need West Virginia. I already live here. You don't need to bring this into Upland. I implore you. There's plenty of other good places.
Oh, boy.
Okay, all right. So I'm voting for Forks, Washington, or I'll also accept Summer's Isle from Wicker Man, starring Nicolas Cage. Now, I have no idea if that's an actual place or if they just made it up for the movie. But either way, put it in the game. No one's gonna know.
Big Nick will approve.
Ooh, yeah, Lily, good call. Juneau, Alaska. Yeah. Fucking A, why not? Yeah. But Northwest. I mean, yeah, probably Seattle. Maybe Portland. But I really love it if it was
Forks. If we're going with
Forks.
the NFLPA theme, then it has to be Seattle, because there's not one in Portland.
Ooh.
If that's still a big thing.
NFLPA's not a thing anymore, though.
Right.
That shit,
exactly.
as far as we know, that shit is donezo. So I'm assuming that
Mm-hmm.
those city releases, while they may still be on the on the docket, like they already did the prep work for them, I can't think that those city releases have any sort of priority now.
The only other reason I would go with Seattle versus Portland or any of the other ones is that if Upland's trying to get more of the Asian market, then Seattle's more of a bridge, where the rest of it's more just America, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
More or less. That's just a general thing.
Right on. One more thing I wanted to point out, because I couldn't stop thinking about it. The more that they went on about the Applebee's argument over tipping in Upland After Dark, all I could think to myself, and Elsack is even admitting that he part of it is that just he enjoys the arguing element of it, and he's arguing against tipping there, right? And all I'm thinking to myself is like, so you're just deciding to play Mr. Pink in a recreation of the opening scene from Reservoir Dogs, you're describing almost verbatim like the opening scene. I'm just picturing Elsack being like fucking Steve Buscemi. I don't tip.
Oh boy.
I don't tip because society says I have to. I mean, sure, if somebody puts in a really good effort, like they really work for it, I'll give a little something extra. But this tipping automatically, it's for the birds. Oh, and then they're of course giving their argument about this is a hard job. That waitress busts her ass. So is working at McDonald's. You don't tip them. And I mean, again, I'm listening to Elsack, and I'm picturing Steve Buscemi, and I'm just like, this is fucking great. I wish I could have been there. Oh man, which he's here. Apparently he's doubling down. He's going. Yes. Oh man, we got the United States Science Facility in Antarctica. Dude, literally, well, I mean, like if we got Antarctica in Upland, that would be cool. Like because of what you just said there, the science facility. Like Antarctica, the only fucking people we have there are scientists.
Right. Yeah.
What a fucking place! Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine hanging out in a place and there's just nothing but scientists?
And next Halloween, give us the service structure for like mad science lab there.
We have the old asylum. They gave us the old asylum, a mad laboratory. Yes. Mm-hmm. I like this plan. I like this plan. It's a good plan. It's a good one. Oh man. Let's see here. What else is going on? Hong Kong. I don't have a Hong Kong update for numbers. I did not do the numbers this week. Try and get those for next week. But I do know that we're still getting it built up like pretty well. As I pointed out last week, Spark Train 1 was done. Have those winners, and I have gotten a few prizes out, and I need to. I'm actually at number like 4 or 5. I need to contact now to get the next one out. If you missed out on the first Spark Train for Hong Kong, don't you worry. We're gonna keep it going. Spark Train car number 2 is already fully operational. There's 10 properties on there with plenty of structures to stake your Sparklet on. The prize pool is currently 100,000 Uppies, 1,000 Sparklet, 5 ornaments. The winner gets to pick the season. Frosty Grip Block Explorer, and 10 racing legits. And I'll be adding to that as we approach it. But that's what I have so far committed to it. Link is there should be a link to our Discord and maybe to that particular post in the YouTube description. So get on that.
Perfect.
And it's just moving right along.
Yeah, it's much further than phase 0.
Yeah. We're at like phase like 1.5. I mean, leaving Upland in the dust. See here. And with that, let's take a look at the current Sparklet. Let's take a look at the state of Sparklet rental. Words are hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if we hide the maxed out contracts and sort by most Uppies, the current ceiling, 5.6 Uppies.
Wow.
And in terms of see, when we're talking about floors, you talk about how deep the floor is. I don't how high should I say how high the ceiling is? I don't. What's the flip of that? Like,
I've made up my own neologism. I've coined the word roof.
There you go.
It's been a Discord thing. We're roofing the. I think that sounds much more crypto. But if you want to use ceiling, which to me feels more like investing, okay,
fair enough.
You can just say. The ceiling.
Nah, you've convinced me. I like roof. Let's raise the roof. We're raising the roof. That's what we're doing. But
exactly.
But that roof is at least as far as 5 is concerned, goes 6 pages deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, at least.
And how much is? You're saying 5 is quite a bit, no?
Yeah. Well, so the tippy top tile of the roof is 5.6, and there's a couple rentals for that, and then there's a couple.
Okay.
There's about 3 for 5.5, a couple for 5.3. But once you get to
still room for it.
Once you get to 5.1, it gets real
Mm-hmm.
stable. It's 5.1 for 2 straight pages, and then 5 for another like 2.5, 3. So
wow.
Yeah. It is a properly stable roof. So that's good. That's much higher than it was like a month ago when we were looking at it. It was. I mean, I remember seeing ceilings of or roofs of like under 4. So this is and
it tells you there's confidence to build.
And there's lots left to stake too. I mean, 45,000 left to stake here, 41,000 left to stake there, and these are in the 5s. 30,000 left to stake. I mean, so yeah, Sparklet rental is doing good. Now, Sparklet price took a bit of a dip, but so did everything else. I don't know if you noticed, but Bitcoin is still under 100,000. Or at least it was last I checked.
I do have some news about Sparklet on the handy dandy server that we hope will have liftoff. The Uppy Spark Exchange. Stock actually responded. He spoke. The developer. He
what did he say?
Gave an update. So his update, I speak verbatim. It says, as soon as I can get the USC bank to join the containers, working on a write-up outlining the issue. And that's in response to when we will be able to receive epics. So that is the latest and greatest.
I just don't get it, man. I just, like, all of the Uppix is in one account. All of the balances.
It's a player account, actually, yeah.
All of the and the site side of that, like all of those balances are on like some spreadsheet or something. I mean, like they're just, you know, how many people could there be? Just
I think I've heard that Stosh and the Uppy Spark Exchange has sort of used their own chain, so that's where the containers might be, and like going between two different chains, like a private chain for the layer 2. I don't know.
See, that's where I'm just like, it's either on the isn't this why we have blockchains? Isn't this the literal fucking reason so that something like this doesn't happen? So that you can say, well, it's here. How do we know? Because it's on the fucking chain, and then we just sent it back.
Well, and the other thing is, if it is on another chain, why does that even matter? Because it's still in the player's account.
Right.
Just send the money back. Send the Uppy back to the players.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many
chain.
Players could there possibly be max here that are affected? A few hundred?
Especially if you're just talking about the ones who are actively waiting for it.
Right. No, and I'm being like, is it a pain in the ass? Sure. Would it take maybe a week? Sure. It's been fucking months. Like, there comes a point where you just say, well, the automation's not working. Time to go manual.
Exactly.
But
That's the way
sounds like he's implying that he can't go manual, and not my wheelhouse, so I don't know, but seems like he should be able to.
I will say that it has been repeatedly recommended or their server to simply use the send Uppy feature, in that you can pretty much navigate 100, 200 players in a day or two of sending, even for one developer to do it. So why? That's the only comment he's even made, to be fair, since, as far as I know, the last update, which was over 2 months ago. So I just wanted to call out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's something.
That we at least got an update of some sort, and at least call that for what it is.
Damn containers. I tell you. I'll bet they're shipping containers. You know what? I'll bet they're shipping containers, and that it's actually Upland's fault because it's the shipping containers that are the truck beds of the trailer trucks, and that's what it's because that's what happened. Upland dropped the ball with the trailers, and that's what the containers are. I got nothing. So that's something though. I'm sure something's gonna happen at some point. We're not gonna I'm not gonna be 65 and still be like, oh, where's my Uppix from the Spark Exchange? At some point, something's gotta happen, right?
I mean,
Please?
you're talking about the fate of London right now.
Well, fair enough.
When you're talking about like 50 years old.
Yeah. Alright. Alright. Well, let's go ahead. Let's do our Nolts of the week. I got a couple. I have 2 Nolts of the week, and then you had some feedback you wanted to talk about as well. First one I want to do is involved with saying the active collections should boost the influence score. And this is from, well, I'm going to go ahead and use Leffel off 2P, whatever, this one here, this name here, because they seem to have signed it, so that's probably their actual player name. Anyway, they say, hi all, active collections should benefit their holders in a way other than a little multiplayer and a one-time bonus with a cooldown. How about boosting the influence score? Collections are cool and everybody should want them by owning active collections. Like, I completely agree with that. We already want you to have 3 properties or 4 properties or whatever to fill in those collections. I think adding in an extra bonus for the whole collection being filled would be a nice addition. Yeah, I just like the idea.
So that's actually where my feedback is where the segue is here is. So we did also find out this week in discussion with the Redline community. So collection neighborhoods apparently in the Uppy system will not be qualified for any kind of Uppies rewards. So, like if you're getting a reward because you're one of the top neighborhoods in the Uppy system, the census and all that, the collection neighborhoods will not count. And it started that way with the whole neighborhood ratings. It was original collection upgrade reveal, a collection upgrade program that the collection neighborhoods would count. Then they released sort of a new version, and then they decided to phase that out and not include collection neighborhoods. And now the latest foreshadowing is that they will not count as well in the Uppy environment.
Yeah.
I am concerned about that because, for one, I was building in a lot of collection neighborhoods, like Bel Air, and I mean, you would think there'd be a lot of reasons for services in Bel Air. You have high-end homes, you have a lot of services that will make a lot of sense. I have showrooms in Hamilton, Bermuda. I have, different things going on. So I kind of thought that you would actually even want more viability in collection neighborhoods. So
yeah, you can't
see this go the opposite way. It's just counterintuitive to me.
No, I completely agree. You can't say that like collections are a big deal, and the only thing you get for them is a one-time UpX bonus and an earnings increase, but also we're making earnings less of a thing. But it's still a big deal to have the collections. Well, no, hold on. You're taking away a part of that thing that made it a big deal, and you're adding in all of these new mechanics. That's where if they don't want to outright make the whole collection applicable properties have the bonus, that's where I think that this feedback would be at least a middle ground. If not any property in a collection neighborhood, at least an active collective of the collection property. Yeah. So hopefully they take this feedback and do it.
Absolutely.
And so Leffel, whatever your name is, you've won 10,000 UpX. I'm adding you to the list. You contact me. Because I'm not trying to figure it out through Nolt. I'm just not doing it. Look, I don't understand why there isn't a feedback form in the app. But then again, I don't understand why they don't have everything in the app. Alright, moving on. Alright, next one. Bring back the pink for treasure hunting. This one's from Getter Dude. Go Getter Dude. But basically, they've reworked treasure hunting a bit. They say they fixed a lot of the bot problems and whatnot. And the arrows, that having a little bit extra like granular, being that they say right here, the jump from 3 kilometers to 200 meters it's a big jump. It's a big jump. And what I really agree with them is that where is it? It punishes people who where is it? Whatever. Basically, it was like it punishes people who are actually like really close to it right now because they will move farther away than they need to because they have nothing to indicate that they are closer. And I would even be cool with them instead of completely implementing it, doing a middle ground. Not quite as sensitive and wider area, but something more than the current arrows. Anyway.
The real question, I think, is Getter Dude, great dude, a great dude at treasure hunting, for one. That being said, even for the more novice treasure hunter, I feel like that's the real question because Upland really has the treasure hunting. I think it should be more across the board. The question, though, is having 2 arrows, one that's you're right there, one everything else is blue, and you don't know. That's not the best way to engage a foot in the door into this gamification form. So I think having this middle ground option, same thing with the sends. You want less friction, take away the sends and just send, without the paper airplane. So this is just one more usability aspect of treasure hunting to simplify it. Okay, I'm learning treasure hunting. Okay, see, I keep getting blue arrows all the time. Okay, now give it the pink. So that's really the point of this. It's not to make the best treasure hunters, Getter Dude being one of them, even better. He doesn't need it.
Right.
He doesn't need it. I treasure hunt a lot. I don't really need it. I know how to click around squares, even if I have a blue arrow, to know where the demarcation to a red arrow is. More for fancy little strategies. But for the novice player, which I think Upland really wants to appeal more to everybody, rather than just the few treasure hunters who do it all the time, you really need to have that pink arrow. So this is a great feedback.
Yeah. Yeah. And so again, Getter Dude, contact me. 10,000 Uppies if you want it. I don't know if I have anything. Population. By the way, we've had 87 Uppies apparently were born today. So.
Oh, the whole metaverse? Okay.
Evidently, I mean the base population. It says 209,600, and then it has the green plus 87. So, no, I mean, let me rephrase that. At least 87 have been born. We don't know how many died. So.
Do we know where the main breeding ground is?
Right? Yeah, I have no idea. Like I said earlier, the census. It's still a great idea. I look forward to when it's fully functional. All right. That's everything I think that I have. Have I missed anything you can think of?
I think that's a pretty good clue that we have it all.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. All right. Well, then we will wrap up this week's episode, even though the mystery still remains, its solution ever elusive. I'd like to thank my co-host Ernest, as well as everyone joining us live or watching later. Alone, we are each but a single gray cell. Together, we are the Upland Community Brain. Be safe, everyone. Catch you crazy cats and kittens on the flip side. Later, taters.
Articles, rumors, and hoods, giving away more than we should. Contests, debates, hot takes, every week till something breaks. Minting every city, collecting blue squares, praying to the gods that they'll be ultra rares. Racing, shopping, hunting, damn, there's lots to do. We'll cover everything we can on the Clue Crew. Think that there's too much to track? Well, we do too. Feeling lost or overwhelmed, we're here for you. So if you're here for the scoop, remember y'all, he's not your mother, not your lawyer, just